Alrighty, I've got this on. I should be going live in just a second. Blah-de-blah. Alrighty. Post status. Welcome to tonight's live stream. Everyone, if you have requests for me, please direct them to or my deviant art. Alrighty, I see we've got someone online. Hey Galaxy Cat! Hey Aqua! Nice to see you guys. Okay, that's posted. I just have to, one of your OCs, or make one up, or one of my OCs, or how would that work, Galaxy? Hey Sir Kunamet. Nice to see everybody. I just gotta share this link around. Come on, load, you silly little thing. Post to Facebook. I don't think Twitter will let me again, because I already shared the link tonight. But, you're very welcome. And, yeah, I'll see what I can do. I'll make one up for you. Do you have any kind of, preference, like I can do like a theme if you want. I forgot to show the to-do list. We've only got 2 for tonight, but they're both pretty cool looking. Well, this one isn't as cool looking because I didn't finish sketching it because the second one took more time to sketch out. But, this is the second one. We've got a magic duel between Hagar the Witch from Voltron and Claire, Dino Art 65's OC. And it looks pretty intense. So yeah, that's what's on the menu tonight. Alright, I will try to think of some random themes for you, Galaxy, if we have extra time or something. Or maybe I'll even draw it next week. That's another thing, guys. My plans for visiting my family over the holiday fell through. So, I get to stream with you guys every week except for, like, Christmas week. But, I mean, it's Christmas week. So, yeah, pile on the requests. I can take it. I am a little bit bummed out about not getting to see my extended family. But, I mean, it just means that I will have more time to focus on the art and the commission sale, which is still going on. But it's more time I'll get to spend on the art and the commission sale and trying to find the right mix of neurotransmitters to fix myself up. I forgot to mute my phone again. That's me. Hold on. Okay, that's muted. It will not bother us anymore. So, yeah, I am free to stream all the way up to Christmas week, and then after Christmas week I will be streaming every week. Unless something comes up, but I should be able to let you guys know at least 24 hours in advance if something comes up, you know? So, yeah, we are good through this entire holiday season, which is nice because it means I don't have to do retail Christmas. Except, again, for my commission sale. Because, I don't know. Like, sales are fun for me to do. Like, I do not have the heart of a business person. Like, this stream is the only thing keeping me from doing requests like 24/7. Because I love doing requests for you guys. And, but if you do requests, it's a lot harder to make, it's a lot harder to get commissioned. So I have to limit myself, like, 2-hour-long streams a week. That works. I can limit myself to that, kind of. So, like, this is... So I was really... Like, the sale isn't so much to be in the retail season as it is an excuse for me to lower my prices without being like, I don't undercharge that much. What can I say? It's really hard to reconcile practicality and enthusiasm, especially when enthusiasm is something you're usually in short supply of. But, I had like 2 or 3 cups of coffee in the interim, so I am good and caffeinated and ready to go for tonight. I'm gonna check the chat real quick. Alrighty, thank you, Galaxy. Let's get to the line art on this. I might just leave this at line art because the other one is so complex. But let's see. And I'm gonna even splurge and use my stabilizer. Oh yeah, guys, Fire Alpaca updated, so I have all kinds of cool filters now. Well, I don't have all kinds of cool filters, but I have one that does the 3D effect, like you guys probably saw in my last speed paint. I'm still seriously excited about that. Just 'cause, I mean, it's a 3D filter. Who's not gonna be excited? But yeah, I guess I missed out on using it because I was procrastinating on my updates. I'm also procrastinating on things like organizing my files and doing next week's speed paint, which will actually feature one of these 2 characters. And then, I think it was Sir Kunamat who asked for that one Deadpool one. I've decided I'm doing that one for Black Friday. So yeah, expect your Deadpool one on Black Friday. I would have saved it for April Fools, but Easter and April Fools are on the same day, and nah, I'm not I'm not doing that. I'm not going to be quite as irreverent on Easter, even if it is also April Fools. Easter just takes precedent. Easter just takes priority over April Fools as far as I'm concerned. So there will be no pranking this April Fool's Day from me. There may be plenty of pranking from other people, but not from me. Yeah, Black Friday we've got a Deadpool speed paint coming up. The song lyrics will be explicit. I'm gonna put a tag on it instead of bleeping everything out, because I feel like bleeping things out wouldn't really be in a very Deadpool style. Yeah. At about 6:15 I'll check the chat again. I'm just trying to get everything done in a very quick, fast, in a hurry manner. But yeah, I'm excited for coming up, like, and don't worry, like, I know it sounds like a lot to do, but honestly, this is probably the best thing I can do, actually, for my mental health, is to just stay busy. Because, I mean, you don't really have time to spend time feeling bad if you're trying to get stuff out and make your deadlines and all that. So just keep the requests in. If you feel like commissioning me, I will thank you very much. The sale, if you're curious, is only 10% off this year. When I start releasing a wider variety of products and at a higher quality, and my prices go up again, I will start doing bigger sales. But yeah, for now it's only 10% off. That means, like, a character piece, like, usually I charge $15 for a fully colored character art piece with just one character in it. Like, this piece here would be $30 once it's fully colored. Under the sale it would be $27, which isn't a lot, I know, but I can't, I don't know. I'm trying to be a business person is hard. It feels so heartless. Must be part of why I hate retail Christmas so much. And yet, somehow I love retail Halloween. But, I don't know. I said this morning that retail Halloween doesn't usually have a body count with it. At least not that I know of. But, yeah, I was not cut out to be a businesswoman. But that is okay. Because there are enough business people in the world. Or maybe there aren't. I'm sorry, I'm talking and it's doing things to my throat, and also, like, I just finished a cup of coffee like 10 minutes ago, so it's really starting to kick in. But yeah, I'm excited about this coming holiday season. Just because I get to keep streaming and doing stuff, and yeah, I keep saying that. Yeah, just keep piling on the requests. My goal with this request stream thing is actually to get it to where I have a big enough queue that I don't have to constantly be like, send me requests! And like, they just keep piling up, and I can just do them as I have time. But like, that way I can pick you know, up to 5 or 6 requests per stream, and just kind of not worry about running out of time before I run out of art. So, these OCs, you guys probably already know, are Anne, who belongs to Aqua Stormfall in the chat, and Claire, who belongs to Dino Art 65, who may or may not be here. He has to work today, so, I really should, I don't know. If Wednesday weren't the day that I could weren't like the only day that my brother and I could agree on, I would totally move this stream to sometime other. I would totally like move or do an extra stream to make it easier for you guys to catch it, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. I'm sharing bandwidth here. So, I mean, I don't know if he's here, but if he is, hi. But anyway, so Claire belongs to him, and I'm pretty sure these two are pretty good friends. And then later on in their stories, when they grow up and stuff, they eventually become sisters-in-law. Which is actually kind of cool, you know? But Anne is really good at fighting, and Claire is really good at magic. So the two can work together pretty well as a team, which is good because, I mean, if you're gonna be siblings-in-law, you know, it's good to get along with each other. Anywho, I'm starting to, I don't know, I feel like I'm kind of starting to crash, but that would be, crashing right now would be such a cop-out because we've still got that other piece to do. And, oh, it's time for me to check the chat. Yeah. Hey! Yeah, so, I'm just gonna hurry up and try to finish this line art so we can move on to the one that I'm really excited to draw. Because I worked hard on being able to do that pose, dang it. By the way, the pose references that I'm using, I have a reference here for Claire's pose. They are all from Senshi stock at DeviantArt. If you don't already know, Senshi stock is just really great if you need a pose reference. She has pretty much almost anything you could imagine. You could imagine needing for your art. So, I don't need the reference window for a minute here. So you should definitely check her out. She also does a challenge every June called Draw Everything June, and that's actually what got me into the YouTube thing, because I decided to use one of her prompts for recording, and it went over well, and so yeah, definitely check out Senshi stock. If you have the time during the month of June, Draw Everything June is a really fun challenge. It makes you a lot better at doing poses. Like, my posing honestly wasn't that good before DEJ, or you know, Draw Everything June. So I've gotten a lot better at doing art thanks to her poses. One of her, I think her tagline is we're big posers, because I mean, models. It's funny. But yeah, it is a lot of coffee that I had earlier today. I grew up with coffee, so, like, it's not a big deal for me. I'm actually really not that I'm not even that sensitive to caffeine. Like, if I have under 3 cups, I don't even notice its effects. So, take that how you will. But, yeah, just, I could I could see myself being that person. You guys know, the movie Meet the Robinsons? How in the trailer, they, the lady's like, I've got the caffeine patch. Each patch is the equivalent of 12 cups of coffee. That would probably be me. But in my defense, I don't drink that much else in terms of energy drinks. It's just, like, I have never actually even had a Red Bull. I have had a Starbucks energy drink, and I had a few of those actually at, governor's school back in 2014. 3 years ago. I haven't really had any of them since, but, if your state has a governor's school, again, I highly recommend going, if you can. It's intense, but, you leave feeling so, accomplished, and just eager to keep doing more, and keep moving forward, and like you actually kind of have a purpose in life. At least that's how I felt when I left. So, obviously I recommend it. It's a lot of work, but it's so rewarding. And, if you get the chance, it'll keep you up really late, though. I was in the School of Film, which most of you already know, and, we were regularly up until 2 in the morning. I think we didn't even leave the editing lab, during, like, the whole last week. We didn't even leave the editing lab until, like, 2 a.m. every night. It was crazy, but, it was worth it, too. So, just, but, I mean, also, don't let your school counselors talk you into doing stuff just because it'll make the school look good. Do stuff that you want to do. You'll find that 10 times more rewarding, than just doing what you're told. Like, I remember, I co-founded the high school drama club at my school with my best friend, and that thing is still going. It was really interesting. One time I was walking home from Goat Festival, because our town has that, and I was walking home from that, and I passed a girl wearing a t-shirt, a drama club t-shirt from this year. It was super cool. So by all means, do stuff like that. It's just do what you're passionate about, because honestly, everything else is pretty draining sometimes. And, don't let people talk you out of making your own decisions. Alrighty. I'd say that's done. I'm gonna check the chat. my computer will pull it up. So, yeah. Yeah, it's probably a good thing if you don't drink coffee. I just, I can check this off my to-do list now. And we can get started on the real meat of tonight's live stream, because I'm so excited about this. You guys have no idea. This came out way more awesome than I thought it would. At least the sketch did. Fingers crossed on the line art. Here goes nothing. So coming up with a pose for Claire was kind of difficult in this, because Claire and Hagar are both left-handed. So of course they would both be casting spells with their left hands, but looking at them like this, it would look like they were casting spells away from each other. So I decided to have Claire casting her spell two-handed. That way I could still emphasize that it is directed at Hagar. So, this really is just a lot of fun to draw. It's really coming out very nicely. I'm gonna try to do like really heavy line weight towards the front, and then let the lines get thinner towards the back to give it a better sense of depth. So it should look pretty cool if it comes out the way I want it to, which it might not. Art is like that sometimes. But, yeah. So, here we go. This actually got me wondering, Aqua and Dino, since you guys are both watching, what would a Voltron AU with the OCs be like? Because, part of me really does picture Claire as the green paladin, even though green really isn't her color scheme. Which paladin do you think Anne would be? Like, I could kind of see Chase piloting blue. I guess it would make sense for Jason to start out on red, but eventually move to black as he becomes more of a leader. But I'm not really sure who'd be yellow. Who would scream, "I'm a leg," the first time they formed Voltron? 'Cause that seems to be the biggest, indicator of who would be yellow so far. Yeah, this is coming out pretty good. And then her boot needs to be like this. And then I think I will stop with the tucking her boots in. So her pants are now tucked into her boot. But yeah, I'm pretty curious. Claire does seem like the type who would be the Green Paladin. Which, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm too buzzed on caffeine. Hold on, I need to undo this so that I can do the thinner line weight. I'm going to take this down to a 20. And then let's do this marking here. And then I'll go back to a 10 for that. Hiccups. But yeah, I will, it's been about long enough to check it. Yeah. I didn't notice Hagar was left-handed either until I didn't notice Hagar was left-handed until after I had taken on the piece. Yeah. I could see Chase being yellow too. Yeah. That would be cool for next gen. Yeah, the Voltron AU would be very cool for next gen. And yeah, there are a lot more writing jobs than history jobs, unless you want to be a teacher or work in a museum. I guess there's also appraisal, but appraisal is really hard, from what I hear. But yeah, I wasn't necessarily pushed into foreign language. Like, it was the one thing I could see letting them push me into. They were really trying to push me into the medical field. And while, yes, there are tons of medical jobs out there, I am not the kind of person that you would want taking care of you in a non-emergency situation. Like, I'm good in an emergency, but then afterwards I panic and I shut down for like an entire day. It's weird. It's like a delayed freeze response. So if I'm with you and it's an emergency, then I'm good, but then I don't have what it takes to keep going afterwards, and that is the last person you want taking care of other people. And then I have basically nothing for bedside manner. Like, I think, I don't know, like, one time my friend was giving blood. This was the friend that I ended up co-founding the drama club with. But she gave blood for the school blood drive. And she got one of those people who's actually a sadist, but volunteers so that they can do sadistic things to people, for the person who was sticking the needle in her arm. And I'm going to try to keep this description not graphic, but it looked like she wouldn't be able to keep her arm when they were done with it. Um, or it looked like she might bleed out through her arm. And I was able to get it fixed up enough that we could wait for the school nurse, because, you know, what school district can afford a nurse at every school? You know? So we, it was bad. I spent like the entire next class, I spent like the entire next class period in the restroom, just, how do I put this delicately? Throwing up, I guess. There's no way to put it delicately. But, they did get her to the hospital in time. And as far as I know, she's still alive, so, I mean, the medical field just is not for me. And I knew that because of that experience. But, now that I've been, or after, like, almost immediately after I started studying foreign languages, you know, I stopped seeing really anything out there for translators. But, you know, film would have to pick that minute to really blow up with lots of openings for rookies. So, yeah, just follow your heart. It may not be profitable, but it's better than just, at least, I don't know, I kind of have this feeling that if you're going to starve anyway, you might as well starve doing something you love. But, yeah. This looks so cool, you guys. I even have time to color it, I think, hopefully. Hopefully that statement didn't jinx it. But, yeah. This looks like a pretty intense scene. But, yeah, I'm super excited to see what this looks like when it's done. Because I have an idea. It's one of those things where, like, you have that full vision, but, there's really no way to tell anybody about it except to draw it. So, I'm drawing it. Hagar's design is really cool. The love story between her younger self and Zarkon was also an unexpectedly sweet, but in a horrifying kind of way, surprise at the end of season 3, I think. It's, when I say sweet but kind of horrifying, it's like when your cat brings you a present and it's still alive. You know, Kitty meant it as a labor of love, but at the same time, it's not the kind of labor of love you would prefer to get. So, anyway. But, it does raise some questions about Lotor. One of my favorite theories, and I'm not going to spoil this in case, I'm not going to spoil what happens, but I feel like I think one of my favorite theories is that Narty isn't exactly Narty. She's Kova, acting through acting through, I'm using air quotes here, Narty. Um, I don't know if anyone else likes that idea, but I think that it would be an interesting take considering what does happen. But yeah, Voltron's got a lot of really cool character designs in it. Hey, if the next gen of the characters, Emma and Kara and the twins, what are their names? I know you told me, Aqua. Their names are evading me right now. But like if Emma and Kara and the twins, that is the wrong color. And the twins end up going to DreamWorks World. Does that mean that they would end up meeting with Shrek and Fiona and so forth? Cause that does sound pretty cool. Let's see. This is turning out so cool. Alrighty. There we go. Alrighty, and we have got 15 minutes to color this thing. Nice. I'm just going to view, background color. What do you guys think? Like a dark purple or pink or magenta? I'm just going to go with this for now. And then I'm going to pull my reference back up and check the chat because it's coming up on 15 minutes. Yeah. Oh yeah, Pidge's voice was just awful in the original Voltron. I have to say I do like Sven's voice, but yeah. But let's see. Let's pull up my reference, and I did download a picture of Hagar so we don't have to get the reference from Google. I can just get right into this. But yeah, this is pretty cool. Let's see. Oh, that's why this is looking weird. It's only 25% opacity. That explains a lot. So has anybody else seen Cars 3? I only just saw it recently, but, without spoiling anything, it's really good. I think you guys would like it. It is... Actually, I think it's going to become my new go-to movie for explaining the difference between something that is mature and something that is adult. Because, or something that is mature and something that is not for kids. Because you can absolutely have some very mature themes going on without, having something that you wouldn't want your kids watching. And I would definitely say that, that Cars 3 is mature. It's got a lot of themes in it of, mentorship and, you know, how to accept when you're growing old. And it really blew me away, in how it handled them. So yeah, that's my movie rec for tonight. Cars 3. I don't think you'll regret watching it. Let's see. There we go. And I may not have time to shade this properly, but I can at least throw that and that like that. Hopefully that's closed up. Alright, and then getting Claire's colors right in this is going to be a bit of a guessing game, isn't it? I know I've got to go darker than usual. Let's see. Let's see how this looks. Yeah, that looks alright. This is turning out so cool, you guys. Her skin is probably going to be a little more... Okay, maybe not that saturated. That might work. Or is that too light? That looks better. Lighting and color theory. So hard, you guys. Not really. It's not hard if you're good at it. Or if you practice enough. It's a little too bright. Probably gonna have that be the inside of her mouth. And I'll add teeth later. Like, this is a color I would normally use for her irises, but against this kind of background and with the implied lighting, it does actually look like a good color for the whites of her eyes. Let's go dark and saturated like that. Then, let's see. There we go. And then let's see if this works for her hair. Maybe not so saturated. Maybe almost gray. I'm gonna play around with her hair color probably before I end up well, I've got 10 minutes. Let me finish this and I will check the chat again and respond to some stuff. Let's see. I did not get to see Pokemon I Choose You, but let's see. Yeah, I can imagine Anne screaming. I can try to draw something FNAF, Black Spy. Let's see. Let's play around with these colors for her hair. Let's go darker. There we go. You see, this is a color I would normally use for black. I think this is actually the color that I used for the line art in the Norman family photo one. But it doesn't look like black here. Let's see if that looks green-ish. Let's see. Nope, didn't want to do that. And then let's just go. This is starting to look really good. I guess now I will go up a layer and then let's see. I think Hagar's magic tends to look really saturated on the outside. Here's a tip with making things look glowy. Do the rim really saturated. Because it'll make it look less like a gradient and more like an actual glow. And then now that we have that, and then we can bring in this almost white, and then if I duplicate this and hide that, I can do filter Gaussian blur. Okay, and then I really like using add to then I can take this down so it looks more like a lens flare. And there we go. That is looking so cool. And now I just take this and then I'm going to erase. Not on that layer. So, Black Ninja, was it? What did you have in mind for FNAF? I'm not a big FNAF fan, but I absolutely can draw something FNAF related. Like, I was kind of a fan for, like, the first couple games, and then after 2 I just kind of lost the will to keep up with it. Let's see. Should Claire's magic be in the same colors? Let's see. I think for consistency, I'm gonna go with similar colors. I'll just do the same thing. Kamehameha! I'm sorry. That was originally the pose I was gonna do for Claire, and then I was like, nah, I don't think so. Alright, duplicate, and then filter, Gaussian blur. I think I'm going to take this down a little bit. Add. That looks so cool. I wish I had time to shade it. We're actually almost out of time for this one. Let me try filter, Gaussian blur, just a little bit. So yeah, this is looking really good. I'm so happy with how this is coming out. I might have to redraw it properly sometime. Let's go really, really dark. And like add a floor. Wait, Claire's the only one who needs a floor. And then I'm gonna take like this color and do it like this so that she's casting a shadow, and then maybe not. But yeah, what do you guys think? Alrighty. Well, we are 2 minutes in. I think I'll actually fill in Hagar's with this darker color, just all the way. So yeah, this turned out really nicely. Thank you guys so much. I will look at getting those other requests done as soon as I stop the stream. Thank you everybody for tuning in. I had a really good time this time. I hope you guys did too. And I'll see you again next week with more requests. Have a nice rest of your night, and bye.